Hello and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the RDA. This is your Manchester United vs AC Milan match reaction. Now it's just the two of us, because our boy Clay got struck by load shedding and it is what it is. We all got struck by load shedding actually, so that's why you'll get a little bit later match reaction, recording 1 o'clock in the morning, yeah? 1 o'clock in the morning. Reacting and especially reacting to a shite game. So if you are new, please do subscribe, I'll appreciate that. Do smash a like, because boys or girls, anyone who watches this video, yeah, it's tough. It's very tough. I'm losing energy to get mad, even at the club. I was telling Malota before we started recording. But yeah, boy, not really good, is it? Not good enough.
Yeah, I know. I'm also feeling the same way. I just don't have the energy. And I don't know, I just felt like an underwhelming feeling even before the game. I don't know if it was just me. And seeing the lineup made it worse. Like, oh my gosh. A lot of our players are injured. We just didn't look like, before the game, we just didn't look like we had much power. It looked very defensive. It looked very, it's like it's going to lack creativity. And we went in the game, and how we played made it even worse. Because that first half was horrible. It was shit. It was really, really bad. AC Milan were a better team. They should have scored a lot of goals. I usually defend United, but I have to say, AC Milan had a lot of chances. And yes, it's their fault to a certain extent because they should have taken those chances and they didn't. But they should have at least 2 in that first half. And we were just flat, and we lacked intelligence, football intelligence. I think that's the best way to put it. Like, we don't press enough. When we get the ball, we don't make use of it like a team of our magnitude should be making use of the ball. And that's a problem. And we're very inconsistent about how we start games. And I think that's down to the lack of a clear identity when we move forward with the ball. And it's a problem because we can perform like we performed against Man City and come today and just be absolute shite. So that was the situation in the first half. Second half, we didn't gain football intelligence, but it was better because you could see what the board told us, that they need to play with more intent, they need to play with more energy, and by just pressing AC Milan a bit more, we had a little bit more of the ball, and we try and make a little bit more use of it, even though it wasn't the most beneficial, most productive, but it got a bit better. It led to a goal for Amad, which is amazing, and that's the only positive for today. But beside that, once again, Bartles FC strikes again, and you can see the last minute. You can see it from a corner again, and it's annoying. It really is annoying, and now we're in a very vulnerable position.
So, yep, I was just thinking because
very poor performance.
Yeah, I was just thinking before. Wow, I had a lot of time to think because, like I said, we had to wait hours before we recorded due to technical, not even just the country we live in, to be honest, not technical difficulties. But anyways, I was just thinking. I was looking at our score predictions on our match reaction. I got the prediction right as in terms of the draw. Obviously, this is not what I wanted. I didn't want a 1-1 draw. I was like, take the clean sheet. Let's go to Milan. But huge concerns. I think, we have our injury problems. Martial's injured now as well. Add him to the injury list. But so did AC Milan. AC Milan had half their first team missing. And they still dominated us, which is very, very concerning. I think it's the same old stories I've been bragging on about. Conceded from another corner. We're not good enough on the ball. Passing was poor. Tactically, we look clueless. All his substitutions by Diallo, when he was forced to play Diallo, was horrific. How many times has Oli gone to the back five in the last few minutes of a game, and it has costed us. It has costed us, and it's costed us again today. As soon as he made those subs, as soon as he took a Bruno off the field, I knew again what was going to happen. I told my dad, as soon as we took Bruno off, that means you're not going to get another goal. And we're closing up shop now. And then my dad was like, nah, you'll get the results. 5 minutes before that corner happens, I said, we're going to concede. You get a corner, I said, this is it. This is the time we're going to concede. And we concede the goal. I looked back at it. Yeah. And also people blaming Dean Henderson. Listen. If that was David De Gea, he would get absolutely slaughtered. Dino should 100% save that, right? I'm not making excuses. I love Dean Henderson. I might prefer Dean Henderson, but there's no excuse for that one. There is no excuse for that one. I did look at the clip before, like I said, because I had a lot of time before this match reaction. Usually I don't really have that much time, just instant recording. But I have a lot of time, and I looked back at the clip, and it seemed that the cross comes in, Dino has eyes on the ball, then it hits. It looks like it almost hits something, and he expects it to miss the header that actually goes in the net, and he almost like for split seconds looks as if it's gonna go to the next player, and it doesn't go to the next player. Catches him off guard. It goes in. It's one of those things, but 100% should save it. I agree. Listen, I'm not gonna blame the result today on Dino. I think that this was even fortunate for us because AC Milan, by bare minimum, deserved a draw today. Bare minimum, they could have gotten 3 goals. Same could be said about us, to be sure, with the Daniel James and Maguire one. But they deserved 3 goals as much as we did. So, I'm not going to blame Dino. I'm not going to put the spotlight on him because I think there's bigger problems. And that's just this club in general. It's just the coaching, the tactics, the way we set up certain players. The midfield pivot is shocking.
Yeah.
Even Maguire today, I know he missed a chance today, but at least with Baye he was a bit better. But the pivot today killed us. I thought the subs really killed us. That was game over. So I'm very disappointed in Oli. I'm very disappointed in Oli because he doesn't learn.
The Amad sub, he was forced to do it, as you say, and can you really give him credit for that? But then that's something you should notice, that you can make subs at halftime and they can make a difference. And yeah, I think we all felt it, the Bruno Fernandes one. That when he comes off, we all knew, if you watched United before, that we're going to drop off now. Because they're going to have more of the ball. We won't have an escape route, which is Bruno, to carry the ball, and we're going to transition. And we did start to sink. But for the goal, I haven't as much as you, but I'm not going to blame Dean Anderson, to be honest. Because
I'll blame
this
him.
Man,
I
think Matic was marking him. And it was
Scott and Matic,
yeah. They lost him. He ran through everyone because people were so occupied in marking their zones that no one even picked him up. And then it's like, whoa, how did he get there? And that's not acceptable, especially because it's happened so many times. Like what?
I mean, how many times have I said it in a match reaction about our corners in the zonal mark? I'm getting tired of it. Even my dad was joking around today. I was like, so how many weeks is that in a row now? I'm like, well, it's not in a row, but it's another week that goes by where we concede from a corner. And the worst thing about our zonal marking is that in our zonal marking, Maguire never has anyone in his zone. He's just marking nothing in the zone. So I don't understand.
It's stupid. It's honestly stupid. Especially because it's going wrong, like you change it. And things like this, you can't really blame it on the players. Like things like these are things you can change through coaching, and we keep persisting on doing this thing and it's not working. And now we might get knocked out because of it, because I don't know, if Zlatan's back in the second leg, we're in trouble. We're in some trouble because now we have to go to their stadium and they have an away goal. So we'll be praying in the second leg.
Yeah. But anyways, that second leg, I'm not looking forward to it. I'm praying that Pogba, Rashford, Martial, Cavani could be asked, to be fair, but Donny as well. They all need to come back. They really need to come back because, like I said, I don't rate Oli. I would fire him. But if there's any chance of us doing anything, Oli needs his players, because I really believe that Oli relies on certain individuals to get results from. And I knew it. As soon as Bruno came off, that was it. That was asking for trouble. And we shouldn't be like that. We shouldn't be like, without Bruno Fernandes, we really are dead. I know that's the reality, but a club such as Manchester United shouldn't be like that,
And it's surprising because he usually plays Bruno 90 minutes in these type of games. And it's weird, they just decided out of nowhere I'm going to rest Bruno today.
I think to summarize this game, is that nothing's new. We didn't learn anything. And I think what it is that Oli, being a coward, has failed him again, Oli's cowardly tactics is the reason we didn't get the result we're looking for today, So, very disappointing. And now,
I feel like if we had been in the rhythm of playing more attacking football, because we did kind of try in the second half, but because we're so used to playing this defensive-minded style that we're not used to scoring goals and being relentless about it, and that's a problem.
But anyways, let's get to the player ratings, because the conversation will generally lead off. Starting off with this man, who's probably going to get all the headlines today. He's going to get all the slander today. He's going to He's gonna find out what it's like to be on the receiving end like that with the hair. You know, I've seen lots of people complaining, saying, you know what, we gassed him up too much. The English media praised him too much, and now he got smacked in the face. By reality, this was a young keeper playing in Sheffield. He had one good season, and he doesn't know what it takes to play at the top level. Well, what I'll say to that is, he's human. He is human. You know, it is a mistake. But like I said, it's not like De Gea has never made mistakes. Like, would De Gea save that today? Probably, because that's the type of save De Gea makes today. And Dino did let in 2 goals today. I know they were disallowed, but there were 2 other goals that were allowed in from Dino today. But would that have changed the fact that Dino would have played today irrespective? Probably not. Dino would have still played and beat our goalkeeper today, even if De Gea was here. So, you know, it is what it is. But Dino, you got to save that boy. I'm very disappointed I think this is the first game where I'm disappointed in you. And you know you should save that. You know you you should do better. But I expect you to learn from it. I would like this to be a more of a humbling thing, Don't just come into the team, think you're number one, think you are going to be the best goalkeeper in this United and all that. See that you have to work for it. See, respect the hair maybe a bit more. Be like, okay, not fair enough. I know what it feels like now. But chin up, because I still believe that if you stay here and you wait, and you wait, and you wait, and you be patient, you will 100% be our future goalkeeper. Maybe, I don't know how long for, but you are the future. I love you, Tini Anderson. I don't love you like that. But, I like you. I rate you as a keeper. So, but today, you're poor. So I'm like, this might be Tino's lowest ever rating. I'm going to give him a 4.
Yeah, no, I think we can all agree that it's probably his worst game in some time. And that's not making him a horrible keeper, because it's one game. And besides that, he's been pretty decent. He's been up to standard. And just because it's in the Europa League against AC Milan, we can't now just write him off. I think that's pretty ridiculous. But, yeah, no, it was poor, and he probably should have saved it at the end. So, I'll agree with the 5.
5. That's Dino's lowest ratings. Poof. Probably on this channel, So it is what it is with
That's
them.
always going to happen to keepers, I know today you could have done better, but, like, as a keeper, sometimes there's only so much.
Sometimes, yeah. I was a bit disappointed with him today, because like I said, in general, today was really commanding. I didn't, you think, like in that situation, 90th minute, Dino's in the box at the corner. I was thinking, there was not one bit of me that thought that Dino was going to be the problem we concede. I was like, maybe it's going to be the zonal marking again. It's going to be a great header and it'll go in. But I didn't think Dino was going to be at fault for the goal. Obviously, I'm not saying it's entirely Dino's fault, because I'll get into Matic and Scott and the marking and, Ollie and that. But you'd expect Dino to be there. He'd come out, catch the ball, punch it out, just get rid of it. And, today he didn't do that. So, I don't know. Unfortunate. But you are human, Dino. Like I said, just learn from it. Just learn from it. It's sad because in the scheme of things, it's a very vital goal to concede. That is a bad goal to concede. It makes our life hard. Yeah, it makes our life hard now. So, yeah, boy, you can have a rough few days. It is what it is. That's life. You just gotta get up from it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So.
That's what he wanted. This is life as a Manchester United player.
Yeah, this is life as a Manchester United goalkeeper as well.
Every day.
So, it is what it is. But anyways, Alex Telles. There's nothing much else I'm gonna say about it. Going forward, I still don't see the Alex Telles that's one of the best attacking fullbacks in the world. Defensively, I have my reservations about Alex Telles. Did I think he was awfully bad today? No. Did I think he was good today? No. So I'm just going to give him another 6. So average performance for Telles for me. It's just, that's what Telles is. He's not Luke Shaw. He's not the awful. But, get you a 6. I think he must have like a record of 6s in a row on this channel. Yeah.
This guy must get flogged 6s. Like, has this guy ever had an outstanding game? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I haven't seen it ever since he got to this club. But he was solid. Defensively, some tackles here and there. He tried his best. And offensively, yeah, he tries. Take some free kicks here and there. But nothing outstanding, but nothing horrible as well. He didn't really make us weaker as a team, I think. I think he was on par. So, I'll agree with the 6.
There must be a record of 6s, boys. Because, yeah, I don't know any other man who gets more 6s than Alex Telles in our team.
Insane.
Harry Maguire. This is a very interesting one because overall, I don't think he had a bad game today. But did I see leadership and motivation from my captain to get this team up and running, and just looked up for the game? No. Should he have had a goal? Yes, a
Yes.
1000%. Yes. That one disallowed goal where he just let AC Milan's attacker fly by him. And it was rightfully offside. So fair play Maguire. It was rightfully offside. But I'm just saying, that is the weakness of Harry Maguire. If he gets caught like that, it's done. It is done. And then he concedes a goal. And why Harry Maguire? I'm not gonna swear. Why you are marking empty space in our box in the 90th minute as captain of Manchester United? I will never get my head around it. I've said it a million times and I'm tired of saying it. If that's Roy Keane, if that's Vidic, if that's Rio, no matter what Alex Ferguson's tactics was, if they see a ball and it's 1-0 to us in 90th minute and they have a corner and they see the ball in your box, they don't care what it is, they're going to go head that ball out of there. And you, who knows what you're doing? Honestly, who knows what you're doing? So I'm just going to give you a 5.
Yeah, like he should have scored. Definitely should have scored, and it's so difficult to blame him though, because it's not his fault really. Okay, he's the captain, so he shouldn't be doing it.
Should be commanding the box, yeah.
It depends on what philosophy you take into. Some people might say, well, she's following his manager's order, the right thing. So I don't know, but I do think it's on Ole than anyone else. And overall, as you say, I don't think he had a horrible game. They did cover us open a lot, and Bai is the one who saved us most of the time.
Bai saved us game.
They were pulling us all over the place, and with Maguire, you'll never get a super performance. You get them once in a while, but then it's not something that happens consistently. So I just wonder to myself sometimes, is that the standard for Manchester United? I know we spent 80 million on him, but if he's not good enough, he's not good enough, sadly. But I'll agree with your 5.
Right. Harry. I'm just gonna end it there. I don't want to say anything about Harry Maguire. He actually drains the life out of me, anyways.
What's his tired? It's that time of the
season. I'm just tired. How old today? I'm just tired. But anyways, Eric Bailly, I thought he was phenomenal today. Can't lie to you. The amount of times his recovery pace got us out of trouble was insane. I thought that, if Lindelof played with Maguire today, oh Lord help us. Yeah, Lord help us today if Lindelof and Maguire were our centre backs today. I thought we were dead without Eric Bailly today, so you get what he's our best centre back, Eric Bailly. He is our best centre back. Same thing about Eric Bailly about the corner. I know it's not he's not a captain and no zonal marking and all of that stuff. He's following the rules. But you'd expect Eric Bailly even to say, screw everything, I'm just going to put my body on the line and get it out of there. But he wasn't there as well. I'm not going to guess Eric Bailly up too much, but I'm going to give him a higher rating than Maguire because I thought he was definitely better than Maguire. 6.
Yeah. If we do somehow, I don't know if those rumors are even still there, but if we did get Ramos, I'd love to see him play with this guy because I don't see anyone getting him. Ramos and Bailly, yo. Dude, that would be some pairing. This guy's good, and I'm never going to stop singing his praises. And his recovery pace, it's just incredible how many times he can save us, I feel like a lot of centre backs are quick, but I just feel like his accuracy in tackling as well, he's just really good. And let's not go into the injury issues. But on top of that, you're right though in the fact that he did concede a goal in the last minute. You can say where was he as well. So I'm not gonna give him 7 and say it's a brilliant result though, and you can concede a goal. So I'll agree with your 6.
If we kept the clean sheet,
6.5. I'll be a little nice.
I was gonna say if we definitely kept the clean sheet today, with no doubt in my mind he's getting a 7. No doubt in my mind that Eric Bailly was getting a 7 today. So
definitely.
It is what it is. Aaron Bissaka. Yeah, this is a strange one, Because did he have a bad game? I don't think Aaron Bissaka had a bad game. Did he do much going forward today? Not really. I mean, they didn't play down the right hand side. I don't know why. For the life of me, you'd play down Tellers and James's left hand side. I don't know why. Maybe they're just too used to Shaw and Rashford, so they're just natural instinct to go that side. But my God, don't do that again. If that's your left side, please don't go down the right hand side. Aaron has actually somehow managed to get quite a few assists.
Mm.
The corner thing, was he really involved with the goal we conceded? Not really. So I actually don't know what to say about Aaron Wan-Bissaka. The only thing I'm going to say about Aaron Wan-Bissaka is that, guys, this man plays 90 minutes for who knows how long in a season. We don't have any cover today. And interesting, the low was on the other side. He's on loan to AC Milan. And I looked at the low today, and for the life of me, I can't understand why we would get rid of Diego Dalot. I mean, he's not gone yet. He's not gone yet. But he is the perfect backup. I've seen rumors about us looking for a right back. I wouldn't get the backup right back. Diego Dalot can be the exact same way as Telles is for Luke Shaw. He's that attacking backup who could probably average at 6 out of 10. Like, did Dalot look better than Aaron Wan-Bissaka today? Probably. I'd say probably. I'd probably notice Diego Dalot today more often than I'll notice Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So it's just food for thought. Why Ollie doesn't rate Dalot? Who knows? Who knows why he doesn't? Defensively I understand if you come from that point, but then the same thing could be said about Tellers, So it's very strange. But Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I'm just average game. I'm gonna give him a 6.
Yeah. I know Ole is at fault. Not at fault. He decided to sell Dalot. To be fair to him, we as fans did put a lot of pressure on him as well. And we United fans can be a bit cutthroat sometimes. And I feel like, you have a couple of flat games and we're done with you. And we could destroy you.
Yeah,
but
true.
I think Dalot, for me, the answer. Especially what he's done at AC Milan, I think he's been pretty decent from what I hear. And as you say, offensively, he's pretty decent. And he'd be a good backup. Defensively, maybe it's something he can work on. But, Wan-Bissaka could be starting most of the time. And if we bring him on, we probably will be bringing him on a lot of the time for that offensive side of his game. So, yeah. Wan-Bissaka, when was the last time he's had an amazing game? And I think it's because we're running him into the ground. He's playing so many games that he doesn't have those stellar games anymore where we see that this guy is probably the best, one of the best fullbacks in
I
the
still
league. I haven't
think.
seen one of those games in a long time.
Okay. Fullback, yeah, maybe not. But I was still going to say, I still think he's probably the best defensive right back. I mean, in general, who's a
True,
better
but still,
defensive right back? And also, another thing I would say is that maybe it's not also the running into the ground. I agree, that's a big part of it. But also, we haven't been noticing him also because, let's be honest, United don't play down that side. And opposition, maybe they know now. Like, we're wasting our time trying to go down that side.
Stay clear of him.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a fair point. But I feel like I consider that. But I feel like in terms of his own standards, he's still the best. But in terms of his own standards, I feel like he has dropped off a little. Maybe having more attacking responsibilities plays a part of that. So I guess there's a lot of factors. But yeah, I feel like we need backup. We can't be playing this guy every game. Like, that's ridiculous. And today he had an average performance, Going forward, he wasn't as prolific. He's a bit inconsistent about his performance. A bit inconsistent, let's be honest. Like, in comparison to Shaw is consistent offensively, defensively. It's very rounded. Wan-Bissaka, you don't really know what you're gonna get anymore. Sometimes defensively he's good, or he's a bit off, or he's good offensively, or he's a bit off. So today, I felt like it was just average both ways, really. But I saw some decent recovery tackles here and there. Times I even thought he was by. So yeah, I think he warrants a 6.
Yeah. I mean, it's not bad that he gets a 6 quite often. I don't think, well, if my memory serves me incorrect, but I don't think, like, unless we concede a sketchy goal and we rate the whole defense down in general, I don't think he has put a really below average game from Aaron Wan-Bissaka, So
our fullbacks are really at fault, when I think about it. It's just always those clowns.
Yeah, it's always these, not by, but the other clowns. Yeah, the other clowns. Yeah. And I tell you what, boys, this is going to be something new from now on. Because every time, it's become almost like a, how can I say? It's become a tradition that if Maguire and Victor are on this whiteboard, they get that little symbol next to it. For the life of me now, if I see any fucking pivot other than Pogba in it or Bruno or Donny in it, I'm gonna do the same symbol. Because whether you play Mick Fred, Matic Scott, they are shite. They are so bad. It's not even funny how bad they are. They are a huge weakness in this United team. You know, they are ridiculously bad. Scott doesn't have license to even go forward. Scott passes backwards. You know, he's not a CDM at all. Matic, he's a good CDM. He's probably the best CDM we still have at this club. But his legs is not there. You know, he just can't do it. You know, he slows down the game a lot. I do like Matic. But God, we are crying out for Pogba and Donny back. We need one of those players back. And it's really sad because the Donny thing, I think that, you know, with all the injuries that's happened now, surely this was the time that you have to play Donny. It's like Ollie would have had no choice other than to play Donny van de Beek. So it's very sad for that. But yeah, let's talk about this pivot. Because this pivot, for me, Maloto, you can have your say as well. But this pivot is dead. This pivot is so dead. The marking on the corner today, Matic and McTominay were there. I don't know what they were doing, what they were marking in general. They're passing today to feed the ball to Bruno in the attack. Because that's where they're supposed to start from. They're supposed to start from this pivot, then give it forward. Non-existent, as always. The pace between these two, there is no pace. You know? So, for me, to be honest with you, as harsh as it's going to seem, I'm going to give Scott a 2 and Matic a 2. They were awful.
I think Scott in the first half was the better of the two. But that's not
Scott
saying
is,
much.
Scott's lucky. He should have got a red card. I just forgot. Scott is very lucky
Yeah.
not to have gotten a red card.
Yeah. He was better in comparison to not such a high standards. I think he'd get the ball at times and try to drive forward, which it wasn't really helpful because he didn't have an end product with it. The pass would always end up being pretty shit. Or he'd try to make a forward pass, and a lot of the times it would be an inaccurate pass. So he was okay in the first half. Second half, I don't know where he disappeared to. He was gone. So there was that. Matic, look, this guy's always great at retaining the ball. He's always good at just sitting there. But then I didn't see that Matic I saw last week. I forgot what game it was I was singing his praises. I think it was midweek or something last week. And I didn't see that. I thought he was very flat today. I thought the legs weren't there. I thought he wasn't all over the pitch like he was in that game, dropping into the defense, dropping in to help the fullbacks. Today, it just seemed like he was just slowing down play a lot, especially in the first half. Second half, I thought he improved a little. I think him and Bruno started linking up better. I thought he took on the mantle to try and be a bit more creative, which he's been doing over the last few. But as soon as Bruno went off, that also disappeared. So I do think this pivot it's below par. It's makeshift. It isn't Manchester United standards. Matic isn't good enough to hold it anymore. Matic shouldn't be going on and trying to attack. Matic, freaking Manchester United. What? It's ridiculous. Scott is so basic. He's so basic. It's not even funny. So this shouldn't be the pay for Manchester United. Even if we're getting injuries, we should have much better backup. Heck, we should have spread our squad more evenly throughout the whole season. Then we shouldn't have this problem. But yeah, and I don't think giving harsh at all. I'll just go 3 and 3.
Yeah. 3 and 3. Now look at that, boys. Look at that. That is quite depressing. Yeah, that's quite depressing. You know, so. Oh man, Pogba. I need you back. I need you back. That's all I can say. Pogba or Donny, I need you back.
I realize so much on Pogba. It's ridiculous. It makes me worried because we're gonna get a quick centre back, and like, what happens when that guy gets injured or when he has to go off? Are we still gonna these stupid goals like this? Like, there must be more of a tactical solution to our problems, and it's a bit of a problem.
It's very unfortunate because, like, even though, like, let's just say even if Pogba was just injured, like, Donny can come in, no problem, that's fine. But they're both injured, so it's just.
You can't rely so much on Pogba for creativity.
Yeah.
It's mad. It's just mad.
11 mad creativity. It's literally get the ball from the defense and give it to Bruno. That is all. And Matic and McTominay and Fred can't do any of that. Obviously, Paul Pogba offers a lot more, you know what I mean? Height, strength, shooting, skill, passing, ridiculous. I don't think there is a better passer of the ball than Paul Pogba, so, it is what it is.
Too much. I always defend Ole Gunnar Solskjaer on this, but too much improvisation.
Yeah.
It really is too much improvisation. Because with Man City, no matter who it is, Pep has taught me we move it like this, the patterns are like this, and there's still a certain amount of creativity. And I feel like it's easier to be consistent with that because it's like you fall back to a map that you guys have planned out. With us, it just seems like we need the players to do it, otherwise we just can't do it. And that won't be good enough. It really won't.
Yep, I've been saying it for a very long time. But anyways, Bruno Fernandes, I thought he was actually pretty well, to be fair. I don't know why we subbed him off. I mean, he does deserve a rest, don't get me wrong. He does deserve a rest, but the one time...
Like, even when he subs, even when he does sub, it's crap. My gosh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, the Bruno Fernandes sub, I was just thinking about it when it happened today. I can't remember what game it was. It might have been a Champions League game that Oli subbed off Bruno Fernandes. Oh no, was it? No, it was the Tottenham. No, was it the Tottenham game? It was the Tottenham game. And I said to Oli in that match reaction, don't you ever fucking dare sub off Bruno Fernandes again. And he does it again. How dare you sub off our best player? That is ridiculous. You know how pissed Bruno Fernandes is going to be. That as soon as he comes off the pitch, we park the bus and we concede a goal. No way, you're taking the piss. You're taking the piss with that one. Bruno is everything in this United team. He is the heart of Manchester United. He is the reason we are relevant. He's the reason we got a goal today. I know Diallo scored it and we'll get to Diallo, but the assist came from none other than Bruno Fernandes. As soon as you take Bruno Fernandes off, what will AC Milan think? We are free. We are free to boss them even more. They're already dominating us. Taking off Bruno just means they can't get punished for it now. Because as soon as you take off Bruno, United ain't punishing any team in the world. There is no Paul Pogba. There is no Donny van de Beek. There is no Martial. There is no Rashford. There is no threat on the field. So shocking. But Bruno Fernandes, I can only sing your praises so much, boy. It's like, you must be getting bored of how good you are. So I'm just going to give you a 7. And yeah, I'm going to move on with that.
I don't lie. First half, I thought he was a bit shite. I thought, okay, to be honest, I don't think he was getting on the ball enough. So I didn't think he had a lot of an impact in the first half. Second half, he was running for sure. He was running the game. Everything was going to Bruno. And we weren't dominating, but we were more of a threat going forward. And taking him off was a bad idea because we started to sink. Like, as they say, attack's the best form of defense, and that's what happened. With Bruno, we have an outlet, and it's a consistent one going forward. Once he went off, we basically just relied on the counter, and AC Milan could come more and more and more. And yes, that wasn't the direct route to... You can even say that because they got a corner from doing that, and they scored. So, yeah, bad substitute, and it was uncalled for, really. I mean, I know resting. Then this is the freaking round of 16 of an important tournament. If you're taking off our best player, that's ridiculous. So yeah, but taking his first half into consideration, I'm gonna give him a 6.5.
Bruno. Hey, poor Bruno. I feel for this man. Every time we don't get a result, I feel for this man because my heart is only like him. If I was Bruno Fernandes, and every time this happens, I'm just thinking, why am I crying? Like, what am I doing here, actually? No, this club's not serious. No one is as good as me. I carry this team one man. I might as well just leave,
I think he's came in love with the idea of this club that Sir Alex Ferguson built. I feel like every day this happens, that love of that idea dies more and more because you realize the reality that it's not that club really. And that is scary because eventually
and that's what I say. That's what I say. Bruno Fernandes is the type of player that unless he starts to see some silverware in his hands, he couldn't be asked. He will leave Manchester United. He won't sign a new contract, Because if this club isn't as ambitious, he doesn't care about finishing second place in the league. He would rather finish 10th place in the league and win every other trophy except for the league and Champions League. Trust me now, Bruno Fernandes will tell you that himself. So.
And not signing a contract could be in his best interest, because I feel like there's players like Pogba who've signed so many contracts, who stayed at the club, that they're kind of stuck here because they've got ridiculous wages. So to move on early would be in his best interest, which is a scary thought for us United fans.
If we lose Bruno, I think I'm done. I think I'm honestly done. Unless we get Jack Grealish, but I'm done. If we lose Bruno Fernandes and we don't replace him, you kiss me goodbye. I'm done watching the days of United without a creative midfielder. I'm done. So it is what it is.
Remember to the Pereira days.
Yep, it is dark times. I feel like United all owe us money for sticking through this shit. So it is what it is. Dan James. Oh god.
Dan just played.
I was about to ask you, bro, did he play? Because you know what? I didn't notice him the whole game until he missed the sitter. I stand by it. That one time Dan James scored a goal and we win games.
I'll defend him there.
Okay.
I do think there's a lot of pace in that ball, to be honest. I think, in compared to Maguire's one, he's...
Yeah, you're back. But it's because
Did
you're
you catch
talking.
what I said?
Yeah, kind of. It's because you're talking shit. That's why it's not.
Okay, yeah, no. The network is starting. I said, I do think there's a lot of pace in that ball. And I think compared to Maguire's one, it was
a harder chance.
A bit more acceptable in that way. Yeah. Maguire should have scored.
I think Dan James should have scored as well. I think, if that was Rashford probably scores.
Yeah.
If that was Mason,
I think in the league,
Mason probably scores that. If that was Tony, some would say no, but I'd say yes. If that was Cavani, you'd probably bet it also to score. So there's no excuse, Dan James.
I think in the league finishes it, but I don't think it's a tap in the sense that anyone could score it. I think if you put me there, I'd probably do the same thing Dan James did. So
no, yeah, that's fair. I'm
not gonna blame him too much.
That's fair, yeah, that's fair. It's not one of those where it's like I would have scored it or my grand would have scored it. It's not one of those. But it's like one of those where it's like
Maguire's one.
You got Maguire's one. My grand could have scored. I don't have my monster can, but usually I show a monster can and I said that my monster can would have scored that. So it is what it is. But Dan James, yeah, I'll give you a 1 for an appearance. Yeah. I don't know what else you offered us, to be honest with you. I don't know. I don't know what Oli sees in you, to be honest with you, boy. I don't understand. Diallo showed why you robbing his game time. You're violating Diallo. Dan James.
Yeah, what did he do? Like, I'm not giving this 0.
0.
Dan James did nothing to it. Absolutely. I didn't see anything, and it seems like the momentum's running out.
Hey, let me switch this just in case people think this guy's on some other. Let me put a 0 here and then 1. Hey, it's not. People think it's a 10. Yeah,
it's a 10.
Ish. Yeah, 10 James. Yeah, poor. Martial played one half, then he went off injured, so I didn't put him on the board. But what would you say about Martial? I don't think you could really give him a rating, but there was the one chance where he did something ridiculous. The one opportunity where I don't know what he did, but I think he just controlled it with his knee and then he just did like a quick 360 and he hit it, and then Donnarumma makes a nice save. But other than that was it. Martial got starved with the ball, nothing is normal, and it's sad again because Martial in that one glimpse it looked like Martial of old, and now he gets injured, and it's the worst time. And now it's similar to the Donny situation where it's like Oli would be forced to play Martial, and now he's not there, so it's like So Martial, I don't really think you can give him a rating. I just hope and pray Martial's back because I still believe he's our number 9. He's my number 9 for sure, without a doubt. He's my number 9. So it is what it is. Mason Greenwood.
Yeah.
I think Mason Greenwood is starting to realize what a graveyard shift it is to be number 9 at United.
Yeah.
What does Mason Greenwood get in terms of service? Nothing. What I liked about Mason today is that he showed some maturity in terms of his hold up. But is that really something to applaud? No. Is it really something you can be slate Mason Greenwood today? No, because you stick Erling Haaland into that team today. Erling Haaland is getting a 5 out of 10. I'm just making you guys know that now. Erling Haaland is getting a 5 out of 10 if you put him in this United team. Because nothing happens and it all starts from the pivot. If the pivot can't get the ball to Bruno, that means United aren't doing shit. If you don't put Bruno Fernandes in your team, I don't think we score goals. I don't think we've scored a goal without Bruno Fernandes in the team. So it is what it is. Mason Greenwood, so I think he's at a subject of a shite system. So I'm gonna give him a 5.
Yeah, they suffer from this. They both suffer from the same thing today. Martial and Mason, they just didn't get the ball, and sometimes it seems like this is no planning. It seems like Ola just comes to them and they ask them, "How are we playing, Gaffer? How are we getting the ball?" And it seems like Ola just like, "Bruno will give it to you." How is Bruno going to give it to us? Where should we stand? How should we position ourselves? And Ola's probably like, "Nah, Bruno will just give it to you. He'll make a plan." And there's just no cohesion. Like, it's so bad. It is so bad. And last year was decent. Like, last year there seemed to be a bit of a good vibe, a bit of a good link between Mason, Rashi, and Martial. It's gone, and I don't know where it went. And today, with the 3 playing, James not didn't. So where was Martial, Mason gonna get the service from? And Diallo coming on late. But yeah, we have problems. We have some problems. I'm convinced Kane will struggle in this team. I honestly am. Like, Kane would maybe score his wall in time, but then he probably wouldn't get in the same amount of goals because he wouldn't get the ball. He needs the ball to score goals, like basic.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll agree with your 5. But
Mason.
I can't blame him too much. I feel like put Mason in Man City.
Put Mason.
In my opinion,
yeah. Put Mason in City.
He's rivaling Foden.
Not only that, I think he will be City's number 1 striker. He will be in the City number, because Foden's not a striker. Foden is an amazing, absolutely amazing footballer. I take nothing away from Phil Foden, but obviously Phil Foden isn't a regular player because, the other quality in City is ridiculous. But you look at City striker, Guerrero is always injured. He's gonna compete with Jesus. Please,
this is
come on.
Something that hasn't been said. This is a bit overrated.
You're shite.
Not
overrated. You're shite. So Mason starts for City every game in, game out. Mason is starting, and you know how many goals? I don't even want to think about it. City don't even think about it, because just now you buy him and I cry, and now you have both my youngsters. No, it doesn't work like that. So it is what it is. I tell you about speaking of youngsters though, guys. Messi, come outside. It's time. Messi, come outside. That goal today. Whew. I don't know how you scored that goal. I wasn't even thinking about how you could score that type of goal. A backwards header, fam. A backwards header. To read Bruno's pass like that. And you're not the biggest man in the world. You're not. You're still small. You're not even physical yet, Amad. But in that moment, was quality. That just shows why people rate this kid as highly as they do, Because that one moment is all it takes for us fans to start nagging Oli to say, why aren't you playing him more? He almost won us the game. He should have won us the game today. That was ridiculous. And you can't not knock the kid. I know, by that goal, what did Amad really do? Some would say not much. But he's the only reason we were in it. He's the only reason we had something to defend. And for that reason, Amad Diallo, the supposed wonder kid, that we finally get to see what it's all about in that moment of brilliance. I wish Clayton was here. I'll ask him tomorrow. Well, when we're down next show, obviously, about Ahmad's goal. But the fact that Amad can do that and Harry Maguire cannot do that says everything. Amad has a better head on the ball than Harry Maguire. Yeah, no. It's mad. It is madness. So without a doubt, you deserve this, Amad Diallo. Man of the match, 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I can't be asked either. Man of the match. I don't care how long he played. Like, he comes on, he scores the goal we need, and just in that period he came on, he was a bright spark. And I really feel like we should have given the ball more to him, because oh my gosh, this guy's feet are amazing, and it's so entertaining to watch and so refreshing. So yeah, no, if I look for positive in this game, it's definitely Amad Diallo. And we're in a period now where we have gang injuries, so gonna have to play him. As much as I agree with Ole to an extent that we want to ease him into it, but we're gonna have to play him, and that's gonna be exciting. So I agree with you, 8.
Yeah. 8 for Amad Diallo, man of the match at what, 19, 18 years old? Woo.
So it says a lot about the rest of the team as well, though, today.
Yeah, it's a lot about the rest of the other team, to be fair. What's scary is our next game, West Ham, we're going to be doing a preview on that. Our front three, just a spoiler alert, could be Mason Greenwood, Daniel James, and Amad Diallo because of injuries. No Marcus Rashford, no Cavani, no Martial. Yeah, shite.
Wow.
I know, right?
It's catching up with us.
Yep, it
We're
is.
feeling
catching up.
Liverpool's pain now.
Yeah, it is what it is. I tell you who else is going to feel pain, and it's this man here. I'm going to need a new coke here after this, please. It's running out here. But Ollie. I've seen lots of people defending you today, as they would, because they love you, and saying that this game today is not really your fault. Right. I'll tell you what is your fault, though, right? This is nothing about just today's game in specifically, because the problems of why we didn't get the result today have been consistent problems throughout the whole season that I've been speaking negatively about you. Zonal marking on a corner and conceding from a corner, 1. Substitutions, bringing on like 9 defensive thinking players and choking it in the last minute. You didn't learn your lesson. Going back to the back 5, to try to close out the game. That's another one. 3. The reason we have to play the certain players we play now is because you've ran our squad into the ground and you haven't used our squad properly. 4. We got dominated by AC Milan, who is also in an injury crisis, because they have better coaching, better structure, and a clear identity, which we do not have. We don't have a game plan to pass around AC Milan. There's no clear strategy to get the ball to our strikers. The pivot is absolutely shit. I don't really blame you for the pivot because of injuries, but that is still your fault. Like I said, the reason of the injuries is because you ran our players into the ground. For all we know, we don't even know what's happening with Donny. Well, what if Donny just got an injury in training because he's not sharp enough. He's not fit enough. Because he just sits on the bench the whole day. So that's a concern. So Ollie, my boy. Oof. And that away goal is so... Oh my god. I'm just going to give Ollie a 1.
Yeah, no. The games like this made me a bit embarrassed because we play such shit football. Like, it's so bad it isn't.
That's what I was going to ask. I genuinely ask United fans. Are you happy with this? Like, see, are you happy with this? Is getting your results worth it?
Me, I'm not gonna say I'm not happy with how we play. I'm just clinging on the hope it'll improve. And I'm probably very delusional in that. But that's it really. But to be realistic about it, it's so bad. Like, going forward, we play bad football. And as you say, we were outplayed by Newcastle a few weeks ago, you guys said, and today by AC Milan, and that's not acceptable. Like, basics, creating chances, it's basics. It's football 101. Like, we can't create chances. Like, where are we going if we can't create chances? So I feel like, and yes, we lost more so because of the zonal mark and all of that, but as I keep saying, if we just take the game by the scruff of the neck, we don't have to face those problems. We could be done with this team. We could be 3-0 up by the end of the first half. And maybe, yes, we've got our injuries, but in general, we have the players to do that, and we don't do it enough. We don't play more to our strengths, and yeah, it's a problem. It's a problem, and as you say as well, I'm not gonna blame too much the substitutes because maybe he was trying to rest. Yes, maybe not the best call, but maybe he was trying to rest players. But the zonal marking is frustrating because how do you keep making the same mistake week in, week out? I just don't get it. Like, I just don't know how to explain it. Like, what's wrong with Ole? That you can't see that we're making the same mistake, conceding the same goal over and over and over again. So, and clearly the advice that we're giving you about great things is wrong. So get better advice, or I don't know, maybe take up you do it if you're getting it from someone else in your technical team. You make the difference. You make the change.
That's what I said.
Or, I just don't know.
Because like, if I was a manager of United, right, and my coach, one of my coaches, whoever, are saying that, listen, zonal marking is the way to go. I'm like, okay, fair, with zonal marking. But now you can't tell me. Now, Ollie, now you can't tell me. After what you've watched consistently, if you as United manager cannot pick up that you know what, zone marking might not have been the worst idea in the world when it first brought up, but you clearly see we're conceding week in, week out due to it. Why aren't you changing it? Are you sleeping? Well, like, what are you? Are you watching the game? Are you watching the game, dude?
Oh my gosh. But yeah, it was horrible today. I'm gonna give him a 0. I think he did nothing, and I think he deserves a 0.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, boys, it's so grim. And I think today I was watching because, like I said, we had a lot of time. We literally gonna finish recording like 2 o'clock in the morning. But I was watching the fan reaction of the United stand. I was watching Saeed. Just all the general Man United fan creators. And KG is quite a bubbly person, right? He's a presenter on the United stand, and KG today looked absolutely miserable. And he did say some things that were out of order. I'll be honest with you. Personally, I thought it was a bit out of order. I'm not gonna get into it. You can go watch the video if you want. But it just showed to me that what this club does to our fans, And now I'm starting to slowly think, some of our fan bases, they are okay. They love Daniel James, they love Ollie. They happy with just 4th place, and that's it. And now I'm starting to think, this is what we used to say about Arsenal fans. We used to make fun of Arsenal fans for this, and now even I'm thinking, I'm not even going to say we are like Arsenal, because Arsenal actually have, even though this might not be the best trophies, they have won trophies in the recent years. They have, United haven't won a trophy since 2017. Deep that. 2017 was the last time United won a trophy. So, yeah, we've got problems.
Look, I'm not saying I'm happy with what happened right now. I think that's insane. You can't be happy with how we're playing right now. I just think there's been moments. There's moments you saw at Man City last, and there's been other moments in the past where you say, maybe there's something with this manager, and he's a little different from Jose Mourinho and Van Gaal, and I'm just willing to give him time to see if he can build on those moments. But don't get me wrong, if he doesn't, I'm not gonna blindly. I won't, because there's a standard to uphold at this club, and we need to move forward. And at the moment, he seems like he's slowly sinking.
Because another thing I was thinking about today was that I was thinking how much I miss Lampard at Chelsea. Because now I look at Chelsea now and I'm like, I can't make fun of anything Chelsea does. There's a clear plan. These mans aren't leaking goals. They're scoring enough goals. Tuchel's passion is infuriating me, because because it's so much of how I would be as a manager. After the full-time whistle, your team won 2-0. This man is running on the field. He's applauding his players. Ollie, you just don't get that from Ollie, And he said he's never going to be that type of manager anyway, so it's sad. It's sad. And now even I was thinking about it because I was watching Champions League. I watched Nagelsmann against Liverpool, and to be honest, I was quite disappointed in Nagelsmann. I'm like, you can't score goals against this shitty Liverpool side. That's a bit of disgrace. I mean, I would take you over Ollie, but it clearly shows you're still very inexperienced. You're way better than Ollie, don't get me wrong, but it still shows you inexperienced. Then I watched Pochettino, and then you don't watch Pochettino, you'll be depressed. No, you'll be depressed. If you wanted Pochettino as United manager, you'll be depressed watching Poch, because God, it is everything I wanted. Yes, they drew the last game, but to be fair, that was the best I've seen Barca play in a long time, so it is what it is. Poch was the perfect build, and now I'm starting to wonder that, what, I hate Oli. I do. I hate him as a manager. Nothing's gonna change my opinion about that. But as much as I hate him, I don't want an Allegri to come and play shite football. I don't want Nagelsmann to come, be a good coach, but then still have shite players also. I think and that's why I'm like, the realization that I have, in my opinion, this is what I want as a United fan. You don't have to follow me. You don't have to do nothing. You make your own mind up. But I was just thinking, that is why I love Pochettino and Bielsa so much. It's never going to happen, both, because one, they both have jobs and it's highly unlikely. But Pochettino and Bielsa play beautiful football, and they have done it with shite teams. So.
I think if you're looking for a proven example, I think Brendan Rodgers. I think he's doing it at Leicester with. It's not a horrible team. We have to say Leicester's players have, but he doesn't have the best team. He's in the top 4 right now, and they play pretty good football most of the time. So if you're looking for someone who's, I know he coached Liverpool, that's a bit of a turn off. I hate that but maybe he's the guy to go.
Well, just quickly before I end off, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that because I look at the Leicester team. Jamie Vardy is probably one of the greatest English Premier League strikers. You know,
Okay.
Fofana is a way better CDM. You know, they've all. I'm not all Brighton. Harvey Barnes is not like a Bruno, but he's pretty good. James Madison is pretty good. So overall, I'd say their midfield is arguably better than our current midfield. Not better than when all our midfield players are fit.
Mm.
You know. Then you look at their centre backs. Do they have better centre backs than us? Johnny Evans is an ex-United player, but Soyuncu is better than Maguire in my opinion. Then you look at their fullbacks. Luke Shaw is obviously better than anyone they have. Then they have
Mm.
Ricardo Pereira and Justin. Some would say better than Wan-Bissaka, maybe not defensively. Offensively, probably definitely.
I mean,
Keepers, are they really that different, Schmeichel, compared
they
to
have a
Day
good
and them?
team.
They have a good team. It's
But I
not
don't
like they
think,
have an average team.
and I feel like some of the guys like Justin, we only found them out because you could say they were discovered under Brendan Rodgers. And indeed, he has been injured for most of the season.
Indeed,
I feel like Vardy doesn't really get help from anyone else in that team. He's like the only attacker they have. The wingers are
Tielemans.
pretty average themselves. Yeah, so midfield wise, I think they do beat us. I think Bruno obviously is the best
Bruno and
midfielder
Pogba carry our
combined.
midfield hard. They carry our midfield hard. You take one of them out.
But it's the balance.
Oh,
Yeah. To the balance, I think they have a better midfield. And this season, the football isn't as amazing. I think they've been a bit more pragmatic. But after last season, I saw some very nice things from. As much as they don't make top four, sadly, I saw some nice football from them. And I think he's a good manager. Really do.
it's
But
funny.
I hear you what you're saying. I hear what you're saying because it's a position where you're like, what's the point of getting rid of Oli if there's no clear candidate?
Yeah,
What
if
is the
there's not,
point?
it's
Might
up
as
to
well.
people because like I know Clayton will take Nagelsmann tomorrow. I would probably take Nagelsmann tomorrow, but in my whole heart, would I be 100% happy with Nagelsmann? I don't know because it's not like when I watch his Leipzig side, I'm like, wow. I don't. I'll be lying if I told you. And plus, Ollie did smack Nagelsmann. Let's not forget, Ollie smacked Nagelsmann as well. So is that same like Tuchel? I respect Tuchel what he's doing now, but would I want him at United? I don't know. For me, it was Poch or Bielsa, and that's just because what I like. I love those type of managers. Poch, Bielsa, beautiful football, can do it with not the best of players in the world. You get to see what Poch is doing
From what
now.
I've
So.
seen, in terms of looking at their tactics, I legit think Nagelsmann's better than Tuchel. It might be a bold statement, but I
No,
do think
tactically
he is.
Nagelsmann
I
is
think-
good. I just think the only problem with
I think
Nagelsmann
tactically,
is that he's still inexperienced. That's it.
yeah, maybe, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
As that Liverpool game, I was very disappointed. Both legs. We have people like Sheffield in the Premier League smacking Liverpool, and you can't score
But
one
Liverpool
goal
seems to be turned
against
on in the
Liverpool.
Champions.
So, yeah, I mean, but still,
Listen, to be
there's
honest.
no excuse. It's not like there's a big difference in teams when they play. So,
Yeah.
I was really disappointed. But anyways, just
This topic is way more interesting than talk about our problems. The problems are very depressing.
yeah.
Might as well start thinking about our next manager.
Yeah, Ali will be gone within 2 years, definitely. I can't see him going longer than 2 years, yeah. And if he is, God
Christmas.
help me. God help my
I
mind.
think
Yes.
if this board does the same thing they did last summer, all is gone by Christmas. I know the bookmakers said the same thing last year, and all got away with it, but I just don't see him doing it twice if they don't back him.
I also don't see it taking it twice. So Tuchel at Chelsea. Liverpool have their players back. City are City. Spurs, who knows what's going to happen. Spurs, Spurs are dangerous at the moment. I don't want to play Spurs at the moment, so we're just gonna have to
Play
see
them
what happens.
soon, if I'm not mistaken.
Hey, I was thinking about it now, just quick to the end of the show. In world football at the moment, is there a better front three than Spurs' front three? Because
I don't know.
I honestly don't think there is.
I don't want to make those statements. It's a bit premature.
Oh no, actually there is one. I forgot about PSG, but other than PSG, I don't think there is.
How are they better if Neymar injured?
No, but I'm just saying, everyone fit, Is there a better front three than them? Than them and PSG? Yeah. Think
I
about it.
don't know.
Son, Harry Kane, Gareth Bale.
I
The
think
only three I
no,
can
I
think
feel like
of is
they're more
literally
productive.
Neymar,
Honestly,
Mbappe, and whoever else is the striker, Di Maria, whatever.
This might sound insane, but I honestly think they're more productive than Neymar, Mbappe, and Icardi. Because Icardi is okay. Let's be honest.
Yeah, he's no Harry Kane, that's for sure.
Neymar, he's hit and miss. Sometimes he can be the best in the world, and sometimes he can just be, yeah. I think Mbappe is the only person there who's relentless at the moment. I think those three have the capability to just.
Dortmund have
destroy.
more of a front two. It's Sancho, Haaland, and then you'd be lying if you told me who's the other wing. Who's the other wing? I can't.
Royce
Royce.
is
It's Royce, but like
Royce is
Royce, even if I say everyone fit, he's never even fit if he wants to be fit. So he's dead. So yeah, that front three is ridiculous.
It
On
is
paper,
ridiculous.
Son, Harry Kane, Bale. No, thank you. I'm quite fine.
Sadly, Bale can't play every game, but
Yeah.
imagine if you just had Grealish behind them. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
That's why
Spurs.
I'm so happy every day that Bruno didn't go to Spurs. Because we'd be finished. Yeah, I'd be crying. But yeah, anyways, it's been a good show. We have to talk about other things because United is depressing. If you are new, smash a like, do subscribe, all that good stuff, and we will check you in the next one, probably tomorrow or later today, for match preview.